Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Chaser's Edge home run slate breakdown. We're looking at Saturday, July 25th. And before we get into the slate, let's look at how we did yesterday on Friday. We had 15 games on the slate, and we only had 27 home runs. So definitely an odd day. You can see all the guys that homered here listed on the side here, but yeah, not many homers on Friday. We did call five we called on yesterday's video, so you could see them here: Yelich, PCA, Goldie, Kazuma, and Devers. We all called. Before we get into it, drop the video a like. And if this is your first time here, the Edge model is free. So all you need to do is in the Discord. I'm in the comments. Access yourself. So make a Discord, and we do these videos every single day. So subscribe if you are interested in getting these every day. So let's go ahead and get started. We're starting with game Tigers. Detroit, wind blowing in from right field, 5 miles an hour. Michael Wacha is on the mound. He's given up 15 home runs here. Pretty even splits between righties and lefties. And he's over 5 batters. Pretty good. Game day threats for the Tigers: Green, Torque, under. Model percentage: Keith, Torque, Green, and Dingler. All right. I like Green here a lot. I'm between him and Carpenter, but because Carpenter looks good too. So I don't hate taking him, but he's just been so bad recently. He's been slumping like crazy. You can see the F on the home run for him. So I'm going to stay away from him. And then for a long shot, I'm liking McGonigal here. Like how he matches up. We'll keep it at that for the Tigers. We have Casey Mize on the mound for Detroit. He's only given up 5 home runs this year, 320 batters faced. Definitely more vulnerable to right-handed batters. He's given up 4 of his 5 home runs to righties. Top game day threats for the Royals: Caglione, Perez, Jensen. Model percentage: Caglione, Jensen, Thomas. Nothing crazy here on the matchups. And top zone fits, we got Lofton, Marte, Jensen, Rojas, and Thomas. History against Casey Mize: Sal Perez has got 5 extra base hits, one of them being a homer. And then Vinny P and Rojas both have extra base hits as well. All right, I'm going with Sal here because of his history against Mize. Don't really love the matchup for the Royals, but Salvador, he looks good here. He's got 5 extra base hits against him. He's seen him a lot. I think it's said 33 at bats against him. So that's always good for a hitter to see the pitcher a lot, and he's plus 450. So I'm going with Sal here. Next, we got the D-backs and the Nationals. In Washington, we got the wind blowing across to left field, 4 miles an hour. Pitching for the D-backs, we got Mitch Bratt. He has only faced 51 batters, so a couple games he's pitched in. Bright red here. He was just called up recently, so young pitcher. He's given up 3 home runs in his limited innings pitched, so he's definitely vulnerable across the board here. Top game day threats for the Nats, we got Wood, Garcia, Chaparro, Abrams, and Cruz. Model percentages, we got Garcia, Abrams, Wood, Mead, Chaparro. A lot of green here for the Nats. Top matchups, nothing standing out. And then top zone fits. We got Nunez, Young, Tena, Chaparro, Vivas. Brett is a lefty, so that probably means we don't see Luis Garcia in the lineup. Just something to note. All right. I am liking Kurt Mead here. Love him against lefties. And I really like him in this spot. And man, James Wood is due. So we're gonna go James Wood as well, even with the left on left matchup. All right, we've got Foster Griffin on the mound for the Nationals. He's given up 17 home runs this year against 473 batters faced. He is giving up more home runs to righties. He is a lefty himself, but still is giving up a couple here to lefties, and he hasn't seen nearly as many lefties as he has righties. So still vulnerable there, but he's been good otherwise. He just does give up a decent amount of home runs. Top game day threats for the Diamondbacks. We've got Marte, Carroll, Kepler, McCann. Model percentage. We got McCann, Arenado, Marte, and Tawa. A lot of good matchups here, but favoring Cattell and Corbin. And then top zone fits, we got Corbin, Moreno, Cattell, Vargas, Tawa, and Del Castillo. All right, I'm liking Cattell here. He crushes lefties. We're going to go with him. And for a long shot pick, I actually really like, and let me show you why I like him. Vargas here. When looking at the splits here by pitch mix, he's crushing cutters. That's a pitch that he really likes, and Foster Griffin pitches cutters 32% of the time. So, on top of that, Vargas has only 98 at bats against left-handed pitchers, and he's got 5 home runs against lefties. So he crushes lefties as well. He's been hitting decently here recent. So yeah, I really like Vargas here. He's plus 830, so I think it's a good flyer. And we're going to go long shot, but I'm going to keep it at 50% because I like him here. Okay. Next, we got the Angels and the Giants in San Francisco. Wind's blowing out to right, 19 miles an hour in San Fran. Ryan Johnson's on the mound here for the Angels. He's given up 10 home runs on the year and has only faced 169 batters. Even splits between left and right. So this looks like a good matchup here for the Giants. Top game day threats, we got Devers, Schmidt, Eldridge, Ramos, and Adames. Model percentage, Devers, Adames, Eldridge, Ramos, and Schmidt. Matchups, everyone's decent here, so nothing too crazy. And top zone fits, Ramos, Schmidt, Susak, Devers, Eldridge, and Hooley. All right, Devers went for us yesterday, and I like him to go back-to-back here. He matches up with Johnson's pitch mix very well. The wind blowing out like it is. I like Devers here. I'm also liking Adames here with the matchup. So we're going to go Adames, confirm. And that does it for the Giants. On the mound for the Giants, we got Robbie Ray, left-handed pitcher. He's faced 465 batters, given up 15 home runs. 14 of the 15 home runs have been against righties. So definitely more vulnerable to the home run to righties here, and that's where we'll be looking. Good thing is for the Angels, a lot of their power is on the right side of the plate. So top game day threats, we got Trout, Soler, Neto, Lowe, and Adele. Model percentage, Neto, Guzman, Adele, Lowe. Matchup, nothing. Zone fit, Peraza, Soler, Meckler, Grisham, and Neto. All right, I'm really liking Neto here. He's due too. He's been hitting the ball good, but he is due to hit a home run. We're just gonna leave it at 1 here against Robbie Ray. Next, we got the Padres and the Marlins in Miami. Yuri Perez is on the mound for the Finns. He has given up 13 home runs this year against 371 batters faced. More vulnerable by far to right-handed batters. He's seen a lot less righties, and he's given up 5 more home runs to them. So something to note for sure. Top game day threats, Machado, France, Tatis. Model percentage, France, Machado, Merrill, and Tatis. Top matchup, France. Just a little bit more than the rest of the group. And top zone fits, Merrill, France, Tatis, Rengifo. Sheets there too. History-wise, we got Tatis and Bogarts each with an extra base hit against Perez. I like Machado here, but I'm going to go with Tatis. He's got an extra base hit against Perez, and I like the zone fit. I was pretty even between Manny and Tatis, and yeah, the zone fit's kind of put me onto Tatis more. All right, and for a long shot, I'm going with Bogarts. Model doesn't love him, but looking at these splits, he hits fastballs very good, and Perez throws a ton of fastballs. So I like the matchup here. He's seen him. He's had an extra base hit against him, so take Bogarts for a long shot. Whoops. Meant to go down here. We got J.P. Sears on the mound for the Padres. He's given up 5 home runs this year. He's only faced 104 batters, so he has not pitched a ton. Even splits, a little bit more. I mean, small sample size for lefties. He's a lefty himself, but he's given up a couple home runs to lefties. Top game day threats for the Marlins, Herberto, Stowers, Conine. Model percentage, Herberto, Mac, Conine, Stowers. Matchups like in Herberto. Top zone fits, we got Marcy, Stowers, Hicks, Herberto, and Sanoja. The only Marlin I really like here is Herberto. He's been hitting the ball very good, and he crushes lefties. We've said it here on the video a lot. He loves hitting against lefties, so really like the matchup here against Sears. Next, we have the Blue Jays and the Red Sox at Fenway. Wind blowing in from right field at 11 miles an hour. Dylan Cease on the mound for the Blue Jays. Tough matchup here for the Red Sox. He's only given up 7 home runs on the season, and he's faced 427 batters. More home runs given up to lefties. He's seen more lefties, but only one given up to right-handed batters. Top game day threats for the Red Sox: Contreras, Abreu, Monasterio. Model percentage: Contreras, Durbin, Abreu, and Monasterio. Nothing really for matchup. Top zone fits: Wong, Duran, Siegler, Contreras, Navarez, and Chang. A few guys with history here against Cease. Contreras has 2 extra base hits. One was a homer. And then a few other guys with extra base hits: Rafaela, Abreu, Yoshida, and Monasterio. If I'm going with anyone here, I'm going with Willier, but I'm going 25% because I really don't love this matchup here, and the wind's blowing in too, so keep it at that. Sonny Gray is on the mound for the Red Sox. He's only given up 11 home runs on the season. He's faced 408 batters. Giving up more home runs to lefties on a per 9 basis. Top game day threats here: Kazuma, Schneider, Springer, and Valenzuela. Model percentage: Kazuma, Schneider. That's really it. Urias and Springer there too. Matchup wise, likes Jimenez and Luke's a bit here. Top zone fits: Springer, Pinago, Clement, Valenzuela. And then history, we've got 5 guys that have homered off of Gray: Jimenez, Springer, Vladdy, Urias, and Lukes. And then Kazuma has an extra base hit on him. All right, and I'm going to go with Vladdy here. Again, don't love the matchup for a lot of Blue Jays here. I don't love this game, to be honest, but I do like Vladdy the most here, so we'll go with him. All right, next we got the Yankees and the Phillies. In Philadelphia, wind blowing in at 8 miles an hour from right field. Ryan Weathers is on the mound for the Yankees. He's a left-handed pitcher. He's given up 17 home runs this year against 432 batters faced. 14 of 17 home runs have come against righties. He's not even seen 100 left-handed batters. So he's really only seeing lefties that are very good against left-handed pitchers like Kyle Schwarber. Top game day threats: Schwarber, Hill, Marsh, De La Cruz. Model percentage: Schwarber, Marsh, Hill, Harper, and Turner. Matchup is liking Sosa, Bohm, and even a little bit for Real Muto as well. Top zone fits, we got Stott, Sosa, Schwarber, and Marsh, but nothing too good here. All right, Schwarber's 3 for 6 against Weathers with 2 home runs and an extra base hit. I mean, I said it before. I don't love taking guys when they've only, seen the pitcher a few times and have a couple home runs or one in just a couple at bats. But I gotta pick Schwarber here. He looks really good. He hits lefties well. And yeah, the numbers are just too good to pass up here. I'm also really liking Alec Bohm here. He hits lefties very good and matches up well pitch mix wise. So I like Bohm. We don't have a pitcher for the Phillies just yet. Let me see if we can find who's going to be starting. I don't see anything, so it may be a bullpen game, but this will update once they officially list their probable pitcher. So make sure you join the Discord linked in the comments, and then you can access this site and come back when the Phillies do have a pitcher to see who might be a good pick on the Yankees. Next, we got the Guardians and the Rays in Tampa, so the wind's not a factor. Tanner Bybee is on the mound for the Guardians. He's given up 20 home runs on the season. Definitely more vulnerable to lefties. He's given up 14 of his 20 home runs to left-handed batters. And he's been better of late. He has not given up a home run in his last 2 starts. He played the Twins and then the Marlins. But 3 starts ago, he gave up 3 home runs to the White Sox. So it's definitely vulnerable with the right matchup. Top game day threats, we got Junior, Mesa, Vilade. Model percentage, Caminero, Mesa, Mullins, Vilade, DeLuca. Matchup is like an Aranda here. And then top zone fits, we got Simpson, Williamson, Caminero, Fortes. History, we've got 3 guys that have homered off of Bybee, Yandy, Jr., and Aranda. And then Chandler Simpson has an extra base hit against him. All right, Caminero hasn't homered in his last 7 games, which is pretty crazy for him, for his standards. So we're going to take him and keep taking him here. He's due. The matchup looks great. His zone fit looks great. He's homered off of Bybee in the past. So going back to Junior. We'll see if he lets us down again. But I'm sure he's going to go any day here. And the day I don't take him is the day he's going to go. So maybe I should hold off for everyone else's sake. But I am going to pick him here. He looks good. And we're going to leave it at that. Martinez is on the mound for the Rays. He's given up 11 home runs this year. He's been good against the home run, low ERA as well. He's faced 452 batters. He is a right-handed pitcher. He's given up most of his home runs to left-handed batters. Top game day threats, we've got Hoskins, Arias, Manzardo. Model percentage, Hoskins, Fry, Arias, DeLauder, and Hedges. Matchup, it's like in Kwan. It's interesting. Top zone fits, Hoskins, DeLauder, Ramirez, Kwan, and Arias. Few guys with history against Martinez. Hedges has a home run off of him. And then Kwan's got 2 extra base hits. Bailey's got 1, and Fry has 1. I'm looking at both Manzardo and DeLauder, but I'm liking Manzardo a little bit more here. He's trending well over the past week, and I like him a little bit more against Martinez's pitch mix. DeLauder looks interesting too, is with the zone fit, which was almost making me go to him, but I'm going to pick just Manzardo here, especially since Martinez doesn't give up a lot of home runs. We're going to go with Manzardo. Next, we got the Cubs and the Pirates in Pittsburgh. Wind blowing out to left field at 7 miles an hour. Shota is on the mound for the Cubs. He is definitely vulnerable to home runs. He's given up 22 on the season. Left-handed pitcher, pretty even splits, lefties and righties. Top game day threats here, Valdez, Lau, Davis, and Ozuna. Model percentage, Valdez, Reynolds, Ozuna, Davis, O'Hearn. Matchup is liking... just call out guys that are more Prone here. Ozuna is interesting here. Gonzalez. Top zone fits Lau, Magnum, Ozuna, and Triolo. And then just one extra base hit against Imanaga in the past, and that's Triolo. This just feels like a prime spot for Valdez. I like him here. He crushes lefties. Wind's blowing out, helping righty batters. I also like Ozuna here with the zone fit and the matchup. More of a long shot. We'll keep him at 50%. And then for the Pirates, we've got Skeens on the bump. Righty pitcher. He's given up 11 home runs this year. 465 batters faced, so he's been pretty good against the long ball. Even splits between righties and lefties. Top game day threats, PCA, Suzuki, Conforto. Model percentage, PCA, Swanson, Conforto, and Suzuki. Matchup likes Happ, Suzuki, and Bush. Top zone fits Swanson, Happ, Suzuki, Bush, and Bregman. And then a few guys with history against Skeens. Bush, Suzuki, Swanson, and Horner have all homered off of him. And then Happ has an extra base hit. I'm liking Seiya here. Good zone fit. He's hit Skeens well. So I'm going to go with Seiya. And then for a long shot, I'm going with Bregman here. Again, zone fit. He's been hitting more homers lately. And he's plus 800. So I like him as a little flyer there. Braves and Orioles are next. In Baltimore, wind blowing in from right field at 6 miles an hour. Brandon Young is on the mound for the O's. He's given up 9 home runs this year against almost 400 batters, so he has been good against the long ball. 7 of his 9 home runs given up have been against lefties. Top game day threats, Olsen, Riley, Baldwin, Harris. Model percentage, Baldwin, Olsen, Riley, White. Matchup is like an Olsen, a little bit for Harris. And then top zone fits, Olsen, Harris, Riley, Baldwin, White, and Smith. Olsen went yesterday, and I'm going to take him here today to go back to back. Love the matchup here. Really strong zone fit as well, so I'm liking Olsen here. Baldwin and Harris look good too, so definitely good plays. I'm going to pick Olsen, though. Bryce Elder's on the mound for the Braves. He has given up a decent amount of home runs, 17 on the year. He's faced 457 batters. And he's more vulnerable to righties. He's seen less righties, but more on the home run per 9 basis here. And you can see the numbers are red, averages across the board, red for righties, which means that's good for the batter. Top game day threats, we have Alonso, Mayo, O'Neill, and Encarnacion. Model percentage, Mayo, O'Neill, Encarnacion, and Alonso. Matchup is not really telling us too much here. Top zone fits, Jackson, Huff, Gunner, Alonso, but nothing too great. And then against Elder, Alonso has 2 extra base hits, one of them being a home run. We had Alonso as or I had Alonso as my play of the day yesterday, and he hit two balls that were to the warning track at least. So he came close, but didn't do it for us. But I'm gonna go back to him. He's hitting the ball really good, and he's seen Elder very good in the past too. So I like Alonso here a lot. Mayo does not hit great against righties. Encarnacion's been hitting the ball just incredibly. Trying to click on him here. Yeah, he's only been up for 5 games and he's got 3 home runs. So I don't know if he'll keep that up. I mean, obviously not at that pace, but I kind of like him here. I'm going to go with Taylor Ward as a long shot. Like him against Elder's pitch mix. And his numbers have been good recently, so we'll go with Ward. Next, we got the A's and the Twins. In Minnesota, wind blowing out to center at 4 miles an hour. Mason Barnett is starting for the A's. Not sure if he's going to pitch for the bulk of the innings or just as an opener, but I don't see anything that's telling me either way. He was just called up, so he's been in AAA for a bit. But he has given up, against 90 batters faced, 5 home runs. And lefties are hitting him very good. Pretty even splits from a home run standpoint. Top game day threats: Buxton, Bell, Clemens, and Jeffers. Model percentage: Clemens, Bell, Jeffers, Carantini, Larnick. Matchup is really liking Carantini, but it'll probably be Jeffers. And then top zone fits: Larnach, Keyshaw, Carantini, Jackson, Buxton. Barnett throws a lot of fastballs. Buxton crushes fastballs, and he has a good zone fit. So we're going with him here. First home run since coming back from the IL. I'm also liking Brooks Lee here as a long shot. It's been hitting the ball well, and I like the matchup versus the pitch mix for Brooks. We don't have a pitcher for the Twins here, so check back when that is official so you can see who you like on the A's. Next, we got the Rockies and the Brewers in Milwaukee. Wind not a factor. Ryan Feltner on the mound here for the Rockies. He has given up 14 home runs against only 285 batters faced. So a lot of home runs given up, even splits between lefties and righties. Really good matchup for the Brewers here. Top game day threats: we got Bowers, Mitchell, Churio. Model percentage: we got Bowers, Churio, Perkins, Ortiz, and Mitchell. Matchup is liking Yelich, Turang, and Hamilton. Top zone fits: nothing great, but Churio, Bowers, Contreras. And then a few guys with extra base hits against Feltner. We got Yelich with 3, and Bowers and Contreras each with 1. All right, I'm gonna go back to Bowers here. I've picked him a couple times over the past week. He's been selling, but I really like him in this spot, so I'm going back to him. He does have an extra base hit against Feltner. A lot of the Brewers have not. I mean, there even though there's a couple extra base hits, a lot of them have not played well against Feltner in the past. I'm also liking Andrew Vaughn as a long shot here. For the Brewers, we have Robert Gasser on the mound. He has pitched against 219 batters this year. He's given up 11 home runs, so he's given up a decent amount on the season. 9 of his 11 home runs have come against righties. He is a lefty pitcher, so he has seen more righties for sure. Top game day threats: Goodman, Moniak, Castro. Model percentage: Goodman, Castro, Karros. Matchup is liking Castro here. And then zone fits: Castro, Johnston, Moniak, Rumfield, Tovar, Julian. I am loving Goodman here. His numbers look really good. And love the matchup against Gasser here. And I'm going to take Willie Castro here for a long shot. And we'll leave it at that for the Rockies. Astros and White Sox are next here in Chicago. Wind blowing out 5 miles an hour. Sean Burke is on the mound for the Sox. He's given up 13 home runs this year against 458 batters. So he's limited the home runs a bit here. Giving up 9 home runs to lefties, only 4 to righties. And he's faced more lefties, but still a little bit more vulnerable there. Top game day threats: we've got Jordan, Cam Smith, Trammell. Model percentage: Jordan, Pena, Altuve, and Cam Smith. Matchup really likes Jordan. Even Christian Walker and Trammell as well. Top zone fits: we've got Walker, Jordan, Paredes, Trammell, Altuve, DeZenzo, Pena, Allen, Cam Smith. A lot of good zone fits here. And then Walker is the only one with a home run off of Burke. And then we've got a lot of extra base hits too. Paredes has 2. Pena, Smith, Altuve, and Allen all have 1. Man, Jordan just looks incredible here. I'm going with him. And I don't really like anyone else here. I think I'm just going to stick with Jordan. Stick chalky here. And Hunter Brown's on the mound for the Astros. He's been good since coming back from injury. He has faced 177 batters. He's given up 5 home runs. A little bit more, I guess, to lefties, but it's pretty even on the splits. Top game day threats: we got Colson, Vargas, Grichuk. Model percentage: Colson, Antonacci, Grichuk, and Perez. Matchup likes Murakami a little bit. And then top zone fits: nothing crazy, but Murakami, Antonacci, Mydrith, Peters. And Benintendi's has some history here against Brown. 2 extra base hits, one of them being a home run. I'm going back to Munetaka here. We're going with him again. But but I like him here against Hunter Brown. He's got the best zone fit as well, and he's due since coming back. So we're going to take Murakami here. Reds and Cardinals are next. In St. Louis, wind blowing out to center, just 3 miles an hour though. Payante's on the mound for the Cards. He's given up 10 home runs this year. Even splits between lefties and righties, but not too many home runs given he's faced 445 batters. Top game day threats: Ellie, Suarez, Stevenson, Stewart. Model percentage: Suarez, Blade, Steer, Ellie, and Stewart. Matchup: like in low, Stevenson, Friedel. And then top zone fits: Arroyo, Stevenson, Steer, Stewart, and Marte. Bit of history here against Payante. Lowe has 2 home runs, Trevino has 1, and Steer has 1. And then a few guys with extra base hits as well: Ellie, Marte, and Stevenson. I'm not loving anything for the Reds here, but I like the matchup a lot for Stevenson. I'm gonna take him as a long shot, 50%. I like him here at plus 750, and he's third in game day threat. Good zone fit, matches up well with the pitch mix. Really liking Stevenson here. The Reds have Hunter Green on the mound. He has been pretty good. His first game back from injury was not great. Gave up 8 runs, and the last 2 games have been pretty good. He's given up. He gave up nothing against the Cubs, and then 3 runs to the Rockies. He did give up 2 home runs, but that was at Coors, so something to say about that there. And let's see for the Cardinals. Top game day threats: Walker, Velasquez, Burleson, Crooks. Model percentage: Torres, Crooks, Weatherholt, Velasquez. Matchup is not really telling much. Zone fit: Herrera, Wynn, Burleson, Velasquez, Walker. And Walker is the only one with history against Green. He's got an extra base hit against him. Walker's 4 for 7 against Green in his career with an extra base hit. I'm going with him. He looks like he hits Green well, sees him well. And I don't really like anyone else here on the Cardinals, so we're going to stick with Walker and go with chalk here. Next, we got the Dodgers and the Mets. In New York, wind blowing across to left field at 9 miles an hour. Nolan McLean pitching for the Mets. He has faced 469 batters this year. He's only given up 10 home runs, so he's been very good against the long ball. Even splits as well. Top game day threats: Ohtani, rushing, Muncy. Model percentage: we've got Ohtani, Betts, rushing. Matchup: like an Ohtani. Top zone fits: Tucker, Ohtani, Freeman, Pajes, and rushing. Man, I love Shohei here. He crushes sinkers. McLean is a sinker baller. And zone fits there. Numbers are there, of course, for Ohtani. So love this spot for him. If I was going to go more long shot, I would take Pajes here. So I'm going to take him as a long shot. And then we got Yoshi on the mound for the Dodgers. He has only given up 13 home runs this year against 455 batters. So very similar to McLean. Doesn't give up a lot of long balls, and he's got even splits as well. Top game day threats: Soto, Alvarez, Lindor, Beatty. Model percentage: Alvarez, Taylor, Ewing, and Soto. Home run threats here. And then matchup wise, Lindor and Young a little bit here. And then top zone fits, we got Alvarez, Young, Lindor, and Taylor. Lindor has a home run off of him, and Bichette an extra base hit. I don't love anyone here for the Mets, but if I'm taking anyone, I like Alvarez. In the last game on the slate, we got the Mariners and the Rangers in Texas. Evaldi is on the mound for the Rangers. He's been giving up a lot of home runs this year. 22 on the season, 483 batters faced. Even splits between lefties and righties. Top game day threats: Canzone, Rayleigh, Raleigh, and J-Rod. Model percentage: Young, Canzone, Wilson, Randy. Matchup: Crawford a little bit, but it's because of his history here. And then top zone fits: Randy, Naylor, Crawford. 4 guys have homered off of Evaldi in the past: Rayleigh, Crawford, J-Rod, and Raleigh. All of them have extra base hits on top of that, and then Randy has 2 extra base hits against them. Alright, I'm really liking Canzone here. Take him. And for a long shot, I'm liking Cole Young here. He hits the off speed well, sweeper and curve that Evaldi throws a lot. So really liking Cole Young. We got Brian Wu on the mound for the Mariners. He has been good this year against the home run. He's only given up 12 against 450 batters faced. And somewhat similar splits here between lefties and righties. Top game day threats: we have Peterson, Berger, Langford, Nimmo, and Foscue. Model percentage: Peterson, Langford, Foscue, Duran. You could count Berger in there. Matchup: nothing crazy. Nimmo's up there at the top. Top zone fits: Jung, Berger, Osuna, Duran, Nimmo. And then Langford has a home run against Wu. Nimmo and Carter both have extra base hits. Give me Nimmo here. I like his history against Wu, and everything looks good here for Nimmo. And we're going to leave it at 1 for the Rangers. And that does it for today's slate breakdown. Couple games where we didn't have the pitcher listed, so make sure you join the Discord. It's going to be linked in the comments, and I will update with those games when we get the pitchers, but you can also check yourself. As long as you're in the Discord, you can access this model site here. It's just chasers.win. Very easy to get to. You can also make picks in here on the community tab. We have a mobile app as well. So make sure you're in the Discord and you can pop in here and see everything for yourself. But that does it for the video. If you enjoyed this and you haven't done this yet, make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support what we're doing. And good luck on your bets on this Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow.